See? Meow. Like cats down the street or something. People never pet her. I go up and pet them. There's a little bit like that. They stand up on their hind legs and fall back. See? Come on. Come out. Come on. Today, class, we'll examine how lazy he is. The meal touches the hand, and the meal nod.
Go me.
Here's how crazy.
Today, Kennedy speaks of Hastings' verdict and blames.
For all those important messages, we built in a memo pad, which means you'll need a place for your pen or pencil. So here's a pen and pencil holder. It all adds up to the Electronic 4-in-1 phone center, and it's free with your paid subscription to Time. Call this number and enjoy 26 weeks of Time for more than 40% off the cover price. Payable in 3 monthly installments.
Move your leg.
Approving this rare but imperatively necessary diversion of Lake Michigan to aid the drought-stricken commerce of all of America. Thompson wants to open the floodgates in Chicago and lower the level of Lake Michigan 1 inch. Within a couple of weeks, he says, water levels on the Mississippi would rise 7 to 12 inches. While 1 inch doesn't sound like much to give up, there has been a flood of protests from the region.
It may not seem like much, but it would cost electricity consumers in New York State $50 million more a year on their electricity bills.
He's taping the birds. They're playing card later.
Governors say they hate the idea. Blanchard of Michigan.
No way.
Diverted.
We're dealing here with a national crisis, and not just a regional crisis. Mississippi is...
And many believe this fight for an inch of Lake Michigan water will end up there, too. Roger O'Neill, NBC News.
Put it right here on your stomach and look it on. We'll be back.
Hey, come on.
Here he comes. You get that?
I'm a bird lady.
This is Cinnamon Apple Crisp with crisp, delicious apples, cinnamon, and high fiber flakes.
Well, no wonder I forgot. This new taste is terrific.
New Cinnamon Apple Crisp, fruit and fiber. Tastes so good, you forget the fiber.
The judge in the Iran-Contra case today ordered Oliver North's trial to begin on September 20th. The judge also told the prosecution it must give North any secret documents it has that indicate he acted with higher authority. And in Washington, tell NBC News correspondent John Cochran, Secretary of State Schultz is urging President Reagan to offer compensation now to the families of the 290 victims of Iran Air Flight 655. Schultz reportedly is arguing that such a payment would be a moral gesture, not an admission of guilt by the United States. But Defense Secretary Carlucci reportedly wants to delay any decision on compensation until the investigation of the air disaster is completed. That investigation continued today, and as NBC News correspondent Rick Davis reports.
Rose Fruit and Fiber cereal introduces Cinnamon Apple Crisp with crisp, delicious apples, cinnamon, and high fiber flakes.
Well, no wonder I forgot. This new taste is terrific.
New Cinnamon Apple Crisp, fruit and fiber. Tastes so good, you forget the fiber.
I used to think that entering the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes wasn't very important.
now it's more important than ever for you to enter the publisher's very heart.
Honey, great news. I don't need surgery for my hair.
One party represents and that may be... At opposition rallies, people say that must change. They argue about solutions. They demand answers to economic problems that are overwhelming the country. The result is the opposition parties each feel a surge of votes coming their way.
I don't know.
Check the kitchen.
Complicating the picture.
As NBC's Keith Miller reports tonight, Quanah isn't worried about bounty hunters or the law.
Some 900 tons of opium are expected to be cultivated this year, and the authorities seem powerless to stop it. There is no law in the Golden Triangle, but there is power. Quanah is described as the opium king by Western agents. He is called the Prince of Darkness by his enemies. Quanah is commander-in-chief. The $200,000 bounty is meaningless in a region where the only currency is opium. Quanah describes U.S. eradication efforts as futile and boasts it would take the American...
That way you know if it needs to be treated or not. Getting better with my rings.
Hurts a little.
The Coca-Cola Company, Coca-Cola, Coke, Diet Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, Cherry, Coca-Cola, Cherry Coke, the Diamond.
You're getting your own?
No.
So all cameras have some kind of game.
Not necessarily as good as this one.
No.
Ma, I can see a fan in it and everything.
Can you play back? Mini poo poo. Mini poo poo.